What is up, people, and welcome back to Rags to Riches 3, the series where we go from one of the worst teams in F1 2009 and work our way up through the ranks and through the teams and try and get a drive for one of the best teams in F1 2017. We're currently here in the 2009 season at the German Grand Prix for round 9, and so far it's been an up-down, twisty, topsy-turvy season in this F1 2009 game. It's a crazy game. It is an absolutely crazy game. If you have missed any of those episodes, go catch up with the card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screens, and there will also be a link down in the description if you've only just missed the previous episode. I think I'll probably put a link down there as well of the whole entire playlist if you want to go catch up and you have missed any episodes. But those are your two places to go if you do want to go catch up on this series. But like I said, it's been an up-down, twisty, topsy-turvy of a season. I mean, we started with a great result in Australia, getting P4. Malaysia and China, difficult races for myself. Made a few silly mistakes and, yeah, didn't score any points then there. Then Bahrain, 20th to 6th. Great result in that one. Again, some more bad races in... no, actually, Spain was a good one. Spain, I think, was a good race. Got the podium there. Then Monaco, we got a race win. That was an incredible... really crazy race in that one. So if you have missed that episode, go definitely check that one out because that one was crazy. And then we went to, where do we go next? Turkey, 20th to 4th, and then threw it all away. Britain again, 20th to 4th, threw it all away. So yeah, we need a good result. We need a good result here at the German Grand Prix, and fingers crossed we can do so. Looking at the inbox going into today's race. We should have one email, which should be, yep, a race preview. Bright future for Gullis after a good start and compliments from the Toro Rosso team. Hayden Gullis will be looking for further points at Nurburgring. So, hopefully we can do so. This track will hopefully be a good one. I reckon it will suit my style quite good, the Nurburgring. So, fingers crossed we can get a good result. Quickly looking at the championship standings, though. Currently in P6, which is a Sauber seat for next season. So, we'll be looking to maybe get into the top 3, because Kimi Räikkönen's actually only 2 points ahead of me in P3. So, if we can do that, we will get a Force India seat for next season at the moment. But like I say, there's still a long way left to go. But without any further ado, let's head over to the one-shot qualifying session. Here we go then, one-shot qualifying at the Nurburgring. One of the first drivers to go out on track, so we don't know exactly where this lap time will put us. But down in towards turn 1, need to make sure we get this corner spot on. We don't want to make any mistakes, which we have done. Straight away, running it very, very deep down in towards turn 1. But there's still a long way left to go in this lap. A lot of time to be gained still, so fingers crossed we can do that. No! Ah, got it caught on the grass. That's going to lose me a lot of time. Turned a little bit too much through there. Now, remember this corner being tricky, which it was there. Very, very slow through the Schumacher S's there. And now let's see if we can gain any time. I feel like this is going to be a very, very slow lap at the Nürburgring. But still a bit left to go in the lap. There is still a chance to gain some time. We're actually quicker right now than Mark Webber. So it's been a very, very slow lap. Somehow, though, we're quicker than Mark Webber. We need to hook it up, though, in the final sector. Oh, which I have not done there. I've completely destroyed that. Very, very slow. Thought that was going to happen. Thought that was going to happen. Okay, we got a chance. We got a sort of get-out-of-jail-free card there with the penalisation of the lap, which means we get to go again. One more lap in this qualifying session, and hopefully this time we don't make that bad of a mistake. It does give me a chance, though, to rectify the mistakes I did make in the first lap, like down towards turn 1. We've done better that time around. Turn 2 as well, that was nice and tidy. So hopefully we can do better throughout the rest of the lap. So much quicker through the Schumacher S. And now we've got a Renault in the way a little bit through there, but didn't slow me down too much. So I am still able to carry on with my lap. Let's try not to run it wide through here. Kind of a little bit wide, losing a bit of time, but look at that. Still 1.5 seconds up on Mark Webber's time right now. That is really, really good. That's looking good for the rest of this qualifying session. Going to brake very early in towards this corner just to make sure I get through very cleanly indeed. So that is the way to do it through the final chicane there. You've just got to brake early into that corner and you will make it through. Very close to the wall there, around the final corner, down towards the line, and the lap time should absolutely smash the pole time at the moment. Exactly 1 whole second quicker than Mark Webber's time. Question is, will we stay there? Didn't quite stay in pole position, but we do scrape through. We just about scrape through in the qualifying session. A 132.8 was good enough just to get through, and by 4 thousandths of a second over Nick Heitfield. But we got the job done. Heitfield, Fisichella, PK, Nakajima, and Sotil all go out. And for the first time since, I think, Monaco, we've managed to get through to Q2, which I didn't want to have to say, but finally it's a good result. Q2, one-shot qualifying time. Here we go, crossing the line and getting the lap underway. So currently down in P15 at the moment. But we'll be looking to see whether we can improve on this lap time. Nice and tidy through turn 1. I like that. Let's see whereabouts this lap time will put us though. So far the lap is only 5 tenths down on Jenson Button's time. If we can hook it up through this final sector, then hopefully we can get through to Q2. But we need to make sure this is perfect. Over the curbs. Look at that. That was quick. That was very quick. Maybe hitting the curb a little bit too much through the second one. But I like that. That was good. That was a good line through there as well. Down towards the line. Was that time gonna be good enough? 4. It gets us through. P5. Hopefully that gets us through. We're 8 tenths off of the pole time. So Jenson Button is very, very quick around here. But look at that. What a lap that was. End of the session, and we get through in P5. For the first time since Monaco, we finally got into the top 10 shootout, so I'm very happy with that. Jarno Trulli, Heikki Kovalainen, Robert Kubica, Fernando Alonso, and Sebastian Bourdais all get knocked out in Q2. Now it's time for the top 10 shootout. Here we go then, the final one-shot qualifying of this race weekend here at the German Grand Prix. Down in towards turn 1, we'll be looking to try and get into the top half of the field. P5 last time around in Q2. Let's see if we can match it. Oh, this lap has been very, very good so far. And you can just tell, look at that, 1.7 seconds quicker than Jenson Button's lap time at the moment. But can we keep it through the final sector? Over the curbs once more. Down towards the final corner now. Can we hook it all together to get my first ever pole position on F1 2009? It's down towards the line. It's a 129.0. What a fantastic lap here today. Setting a new lap record as well. Will that be enough? Will that be enough to get me pole position? Yes, we did it. Pole position at the German Grand Prix. That is how you come back after 2 terrible results in qualifying and in the races at Turkey and at Britain. We've got pole position at the German Grand Prix. My first pole position of Rags to Riches 3. And I thought it was going to come on like F1 2011. We've got it on F1 2009 at the German Grand Prix. Halfway through this season. We've come very close at Monaco, but finally we've managed to do it. And we not only got pole position, but we absolutely smashed it. Over a second quicker than Mark Webber at the end of the day. It took a while to get up to that pace, but finally a 129.0. That is an absolutely fantastic lap. But what can we do from pole position? Hopefully, we can get the race win as well. But it's not quite as easy as that. We've only got half the job done. Not even half the job done in today's race. So there's still a long way left to go. But Mark Webber will line up alongside us in second place with Sebastian Vettel in third, then Jenson Button in fourth. Rubens Barrichello qualifies in fifth, with Lewis Hamilton sixth, Nico Rosberg seventh, Massa eighth, Kimi Räikkönen ninth, and Timo Glock rounds out the top 10. That's it for qualifying though. Let's head over to the race. It is race day here at the German Grand Prix, the 9th round of the 2009 season. We are starting in a fantastic pole position for today's race. What a result that was in qualifying to get ourselves into pole position. I'm very, very happy with that. But the question is, can we stay there? We're doing the one-stop strategy here today, so hopefully that will get us into the race win. But we're just going to have to wait to see what happens. Fingers crossed we stay there. That is the starting grid for today's race. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Here we go, German Grand Prix. For the first time this season, starting from pole position, we get a 5 red lights for the German Grand Prix. And it is lights out, and away we go here at the Nurburgring, all the way down in towards turn 1, using as much curves as I possibly can. Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel with an amazing start. So has the brawn of, I think that is Jenson Button, down towards turn 1. Lots of cars bashing into the back of each other, trying to pick the line around the outside of Sebastian Vettel and Jenson Button as well. Can't quite do so, but I've got the job done on the first Red Bull. Now it's all about whether I can get Jenson Button or not. He's had a very, very good start in this race. So has Mark Webber. They've managed to shoot themselves up into the top 2 at the moment. So can I put them back in? Oh, looking up the inside, Jenson Button. What a move! What a move that is. If I can hold it, I think he's still there on the left-hand side. Gonna have to give him room at the moment as we go down into the hairpin. What a move. What a move that was on Jenson Button. Mark Webber with not the best of exits out to the hairpin, but he sort of cut across me, so there was nothing I could do to hold him off into the Schumacher S's now, right on the back of Mark Webber. Can we get the lead of the race back here on lap 1 of the race? I've gone very deep into the corner. Very lucky not to go into the back of the Red Bull through there. I managed just to hold off and not quite get the overtake done or completely wipe him out. But here I am on the back of Mark Webber once more. The slipstream is so powerful here on this game. Down in towards the chicane. Can't quite go for the overtake just yet. The racing line came up red. I didn't want to go for it, but Mark Webber's run wide straight off the circuit. And that is job done, up into the lead of the race once more. Now I've got to hold it. I've got to hold it here. There's a huge gap to the guys behind me, thanks to Mark Webber running wide. It's 1.9 seconds, 2 seconds at the moment, the gap between myself and Mark Webber. So it's looking like this race is in my hands, but we still have a long way left to go. 15 laps left to go in today's race. We've got a job to do. Okay, it's definitely time for me to start coming into the pits. Definitely on the next lap. I mean, 1:37 was my last lap. I'm not too sure how quickly the guys behind me are going at the moment, what sort of lap times they're setting, but I was about 11 seconds or more ahead of Felipe Massa, 2 laps to go. So the fact that he's now only 7 seconds behind me means I'm definitely losing a lot of time. I mean, just look at those fronts at the moment. They're pretty much red, so they're very, very dead tyres, very old tyres at the moment. But I do reckon I can tiptoe around the circuit and still get out in front of the other guys. Massa is closing in by quite a bit, in fact, like a lot of time. My tyres are red. They're dead. They're completely gone. Maybe shouldn't have stayed out for this extra lap. Look at that. Look at the tyre wear. Can't even get the car turned in anymore on those fronts. It's completely gone. So I'm not too sure how well I'm going to fare through these fast corners right now. Come on, come on. Oh, no, no, no. Don't hit that bounce. Don't hit that curb. Come on. Felipe Massa right on my tail. He's going to get me. He's going to get the overtake done. Look at that. I've got no turning at all. Felipe Massa overtakes me. So does Jenson Button. They're also going for the one-stop strategy. I mean, I'm a lot quicker anyway with fresher tyres, but look how quick they are. They're just gone. They've just shot off up the road. Oh, and that's not what I needed. Took too much of the curb there on the grass. And I've got a driver behind me who I think has done exactly the same. Nico Rosberg may have done exactly the same. They're going to brake very, very early in towards this corner, but still, again, no turning over the curbs. Rosberg just makes mincemeat of me. He's got the job done, and he's up into P3 at the moment. Right. We need to make sure we get turned in for the pit lane entry because my tyres are gone. They are completely dead. Anyway, on the hard tyres, hopefully we can go a lot longer in this race and get it to the end of the race, but I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm not too sure at the moment. Anyway, into the pits we come. It's going to be a very, very long pit stop, and I'm going to have to do a lot of work if I want to get back up into the race lead. So it's going to be a tough one here today. Not really too fussed about the pit stop time. These guys have all got another pit stop left to make. If they're having quick pit stops, they've got another pit stop to make. Mine one's going to cost me about 17 seconds worth of time. Like, there we go. Perfect. Bang on. 17 seconds. The car ahead of me gets going once again. I think that's Adrian Sutil, which it is. And I'm not really too fussed about him either. I think he's got another pit stop to go as well. Oh, no. Overshot turn 1. Get it back on the track. Let's go. Come on. I can get back up into the race lead. I know I can. I'm quick enough here today. Okay, got a driver in the pits at the moment. 3 drivers into the pits right now. So that's going to get me out in front of 2 of them. Not quite this one, though. Whoever he is. It's a BMW Saab. I'm going to go for the switchback on him. Couldn't quite complete the maneuver on Nick Heidfeld. But I am right behind the BMW Sauber driver. So it should be only a matter of time before I get past him. I know I'm quicker than him. So he should just move out of the way and let me pass. Here we go. On the back of Nick Heidfeld. Can I get the job done maybe in towards this next corner? Oh, it's going to be tight up the inside. Couldn't quite get the job done. Not quite through there. But maybe have a look up the inside. Ah, again. Can't quite squeeze it through. And again, I'm just going to have to be patient. Wait another couple of corners before I can get the job done on Nick Heidfeld. But that's a terrible line. That is a terrible line there. From Nick, what are you doing, mate? And I barged him out of the way. I've got the job done. A little bit dirty on Nick Heidfeld. But that's kind of what I need to do. I need to be aggressive, especially with these slow-moving cars. Right on the back of Nakajima at the moment. Not too sure whether I'll be able to go for the move. What are you doing? Why are you brake checking me through there? What an absolute nutter. What are you doing? Right, I'm definitely getting the job done on you. I'm getting the overtake done on you Plain and simple. Here we go. Around the outside on Nakajima. Nope, nope. A little bit too much around the outside. I'm on the grass. Let's not do that. Let's maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not a good idea. Right, switchback maneuver. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up the inside. Don't come into the pits. He come into the pits, didn't he? Nakajima is just an absolute nutter. What on earth is he doing? He's hit me twice in this race now. Get rid of his license. Lewis Hamilton will be looking at this footage thinking that this driver needs to be banned, even though this happened back in 2009. Anyway, up the inside of Sittil. Please don't give me a penalty. I'm sorry about that. That was a bit aggressive, but I've got the job done. I'm right behind Mark Webber, a guy who I was battling with before the race, at the start of the race. So it looks like I'm where I should be right now, as I've run it very, very deep through that corner. That was not a good line. Yellow flag somewhere up ahead, so no overtaking at the moment. Got to go slowly. When's the yellow flag come in? Come on, I'm ready to overtake Mark Webber. Get rid of that yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag out at the moment? What on earth has happened? Where is the yellow flag? Okay, right. It's been cleared. I don't know what has happened. We haven't gained any positions from it. So I don't know exactly what has happened because of that. But anyway, let's just carry on with our races. Everybody's just crashed into each other up ahead. We're going to go for the overtake on Mark Webber. This Red Bull's coming into the pits. I'm going to dive it up the inside, down in towards the final corner. Lovely move on Fisichella and Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber. And there we go, job done, moving up into P7. A couple of drivers into the pits as well right now, so that's going to put me up into P5. But still a long way left to go if I want to win this race. Oh no! Oh, I've been given a drive-through penalty. Once again, throwing races away. What on earth is wrong with me? Why can't I just do something straight and simple and not cut corners and stuff like that? I'm such an idiot. I mean, I've still got a chance of getting points in today's race. I'm only down to P9, P10 at the moment, but it's still a very, very stupid decision, isn't it, to cut the corner like that? There was no need for it. There was no need for it at the end of the day, as I've come out just ahead of Trulli and a Renault, who are fighting over 11th position at the moment. It's Alonso and Trulli. So hopefully I can stay ahead of these two guys, but it's going to be difficult now. It's going to be very, very difficult now to even score points. And what I've learned from today's race is that the one-stop strategy doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So there's no point trying it anymore. The one-stop strategy doesn't work. Final lap then of this German Grand Prix. And I cannot see any chance right now of me catching up and getting any points. Oh, that drive-through penalty just killed me. It just absolutely killed me in this race. I mean, I could have had a chance maybe to catch up to Raikkonen and get P4 and whoever was ahead of him. I don't feel I would have had a chance of getting the race lead. The one-stop strategy, I think it's the Brawns. The Brawns are just so quick, so goddamn quick on their second stint, that there's just no chance in hell of catching them. And unfortunately, it's really cost me here today. My tyre wear was very, very bad at the end of the first stint. And if you want a picture of someone who has thrown away a race, then take a picture of me, because you will not find a better example. I have completely thrown away this race here today, as Alonso now dives up the inside. And that just shows you how bad my tyres are. That Fernando Alonso can just dive it up the inside and get the job done. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I have no words to say of this race. I was 11 seconds ahead of the other guys after about the first 6 laps. And then the tyres died on me. I mean, look at them again. There's nothing to fight with anymore. It's done. The race is done. It's dead. It's over. Fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake. So annoying. 3 races in a row I've had a chance to get a really good race. I mean, look at that. I've slammed on the brakes when the red lines come up, and I've just got nothing. The car's got absolutely nothing in terms of grip on those fronts or the rears. Again, turning into the final corner now. I'm at full lock. I'm as far as I could go. Oh, maybe not turn 1, I'm on a straight, Hayden. Maybe not turn like that, but Vettel's going to get past. Job done for him. P12. P12 at the end of the day. What a embarrassing result that was. Absolutely dreadful. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That's 3 races in a row. I need to get back to Australia and Spain. And you know what happened there? I did 2-stop strategies. I've got to stop with these silly 1-stop strategies. It's not going to work. I'm not good enough on my tyres. I'm not as good as the AI on my tyres. So, from now on, 2-stop strategies all the way. I cannot do a 1-stopper. I just cannot do it. So 2-stop strategies is the way forward. But That was a race win in the bag. I'm sorry, but that was a race win in the bag. We could have done the extra pit stop and gained back the time. It's annoying. It's very, very annoying, but that is just the way it is in Formula 1 sometimes, that if you make a vital strategy error, it's over. It's just over for you, and that's what happened here today. Jenson Button, though, he is the race winner with Massa in second, and Raikkonen in the end finishing in third. So I think, actually, Nico Rosberg was running in a podium position before his car blew up. So I had a very good chance of getting onto the podium here today. I mean, I had a very good chance of winning the race. Let's not talk about that. Let's just forget that. But Webber finishes in 4th, Fisichella in 5th, Heitfeld in 6th, Lewis Hamilton 7th, and Adrian Sittel in 8th, with Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen rounding out the top 10. Vettel beat me at the end of the day to finish P11, but I did beat my teammate of Sebastian Bourdais, who finished in P13. So Nico Rosberg was the DNF at the end of the day, only driver to DNF, and that is going to be the end of the German Grand Prix. Looking at the championship standings, we've dropped down once more. That's annoying as well. Dropped down the standings down to P7, which is a Toro Rosso seat for next season. So what we need to do is we need to get those positions back. We are at the moment away from P3, which is a Force India seat. We are 7 points away. 7 points away from Rubens Barrichello, which is a Force India seat. And Kimi Raikkonen, he's only 1 point away. I mean, one race win, and we're back in the hunt. That's all it takes. One race win and some good results. But we need to do the two-stop strategies. It's the only way forward. Constructors' Championship then. Toro Rosso still in 4th place. 2 points ahead of Williams still. And McLaren and Mercedes have overtaken Renault to get a little bit closer than us, but they're not really too worrying at the moment. But we do need to score some points very, very soon. From first pole of the season to not even finishing in the points. It was a terrible result. The drive-through penalty didn't help, but the tyre wear was the vital error. I mean, tyre wear, even without the drive-through penalty, that tyre wear could have cost us big time. I'm not too sure where we would have finished if we didn't get the drive-through penalty, but the tyre wear would have been very, very bad still at the end of the race. Anyway, race review. No score for Gullis at the Nurburgring. A lackluster performance from Hayden Gullis. Saw the Toro Rosso driver fail to score a single championship point today in today's Formula 1 German Grand Prix. Neither Gullis or a representative of Toro Rosso management were able for comment after the race. No surprise. I'm pissed. I'm very, very pissed right now. I threw that away. That was a race that we should have definitely got on the podium. We should have won it as well. But we move on. We move on to Hungary. We're going to do two-stop strategies from now on. We're going to fix the problems that we've had recently, and we're going to try and do better. But that's it for the German Grand Prix. If you have somehow managed to enjoy today's race, don't forget to smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so for daily Formula 1 content, Rags to Riches, and F1 2017, and a bunch of other stuff as well that'll be on this channel. As always, don't forget to leave a comment down below as well if you want to abuse me because of this race. I don't blame you because we did terribly. We made some bad decisions and we need to fix them before the Hungarian Grand Prix. So like I said in the last two races, if you want to slate me, go and slate me because I definitely deserve it. But that is it for the German Grand Prix. I will see you next time in Hungary, but until then, it's goodbye from me.